Monday. You know what that means. Time for the Flex On Podcast, episode 412 with the best crew, episode 412, where the real ones dwell. Another Monday night as we recap a wild weekend of sports in general. From the world of Major League Baseball, college football, to the NFL upsets galore. Of course, we're going to break down that Ravens trip across the pond to London. The Commanders were A-Town stomping. And we're talking about that playoff format in the Major League Baseball playoffs. Should it be changed, as a lot of the top dogs are on vacation as they've been sent home early. Of course, we got that game ball, not so game ball. We look back at week 6 picks, look ahead to week 7's. And of course, Cravante is going to close us out with this goofy of the week. Appreciate you all being here. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great Monday. If you can, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, sound off in the comments, and make sure you vote on that poll. And if you want to donate to us, you can always hit that cash app down below as well. Episode 412 coming to you live right after this. Hitting you harder than those parlays that I missed out on. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, fellas. The only place giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Episode 412, where the real ones dwell. Another episode recapping the week that was in the NFL. College football, if we want to go there as well. And of course, Major League Baseball, and looking ahead to week 7 already in the National Football League. Of course, Cravante is going to get goofy with us a little later, as there was a lot of goofiness going on this weekend. And we got to talk about that game ball, not so game ball. Who stood out this week? Who was the dub this week? Ravens went to London. Commanders in the A. A lot of fun things going on in the world of sports. But you guys know I cannot do this show alone. Make sure you follow us at the Flex on 1 on Twitter, Instagram. Email us, theflexon1@gmail.com. You want to be a part of the experience. And of course, hit the Cash App. It's on the screen right now, the Flex on 1. And throw your ones up. Acknowledge the head of the sports podcast table, as we are the ones. Now, let's get to it. You guys know I am God's favorite host. Back again. You guys know I cannot do it without the crew. Batting leadoff. It's the social media producer, makes the streams pristine. It is your friendly neighborhood Uncle Raj. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, Bob?
Finish him, Daddy.
Daddy's here.
Finish him, Daddy.
Before you go, I told you I had something for you, my brother. I'm a man of my word. Debuting here on the Flex Zone, we got a new one for our boy Big Raj. Let me put the screen on my guy here while I adjust here. Here he goes.
No bread, no water, just meat. No bread.
Just meat. Yes. Your boy is here with the belt. Always a pleasure. Was running around a lot this weekend. I was up early on Sunday because of them damn Ravens. But, it was a good weekend. We got the W this weekend, so that's all that really matters. And, of course, we're going to talk about some of these other football games that we saw this weekend as well. So, Big Raj is here.
Any belts this weekend? Any ass whoopings handing out? No belt? Keeping it on your pants this week?
Maybe for Colonel Sanders, I will. Colonel Deion Sanders. He needs his ass whipped on Friday, but I'll leave that alone.
You know what? We love pulling out the belt. So while we bring Cavante to the stage, let's go ahead and bring it out. It is the voice of reason, Captain Goofy shit, the Mandalorian himself, the man more bolder than that ginger ale. And Cavante, they was out in the A this weekend. I heard they was blasting this down on Peachtree.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
It's always good to hear it after you guys win.
Yeah,
folks would have got kicked out of Atlanta for playing that goofiness down Peachtree.
They was dancing too. That's what they was dancing to. I saw them dancing in the crowd when they was losing. They was like,
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. The Commanders got picked up a win. Cool, cool, cool. Take the win however it comes, man. Even though I did not pick them this week, they need to stop doing that moving forward. But I'll get into them a little bit later. But Monday nights, let's get it started. Oh, snap. Hate that damn song. Well, wow, Byron. Oh.
he jumped from the chair.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Go
What?
ahead, Dre. Go ahead, Dre. You're next up. You know you're next up.
All right. Well, I usually hate doing this without my introduction, but damn,
No, he's coming back in.
he's coming back.
Well, maybe not.
He's getting there.
Okay, no, it's not. No, nice.
No, he's not.
Damn. What's good, everybody? This is your boy Dre. I'm always excited to be here and looking forward to another great episode with my boys.
Already.
Okay, now he's back in. There you go.
The man himself, man of 1,000 nicknames, Mr. 25-8, the hardest working man in show business, the super producer, Mr. Morgan himself, the Pride East Side savior, misbehavior, my boy, Drizzy Dre.
Yes, sir. You already
How you
know
feeling,
what
my
it is.
Raj. Oh, did you see it?
Oh, no, I missed it. What happened?
Yeah, we missed that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You know what?
Just hate
Just for that, man. We gonna turn up. We gonna turn up some more for you, my brother. Because just because. There you go. You're not gonna let it stop you.
Appreciate that, man, and always, always a great time with the fellas here each and every Monday, man. Looking forward to this.
Let's get to it, man. A lot to talk about, but we're gonna start in the world of Major League Baseball. I mean, you guys already heard me crying the Orioles post game shows, but craziness. Orioles best record in the American League out. Dodgers second best record in the National League out. Braves best record in Major League Baseball, most home runs in a plethora of years, gone. Milwaukee Brewers won the NL Central, gone as well. Twins won the AL Central, they're gone. Down to our final four teams in the league championship series. We got the Phillies and Diamondbacks. We have the Battle of Texas with the reigning defending champion Astros in the 0-2 hole against the Rangers. Rangers have been undefeated this postseason, 7-0 and 6-0 on the road. Crazy enough. Dre, I'm gonna start with you because you wanted to touch on this, man. How you feel about this baseball playoffs, and do you feel like the format needs to be changed with this week off for the divisional winners? It looks like the rust is not worth the rest, it seems. But what can they do? I think they just reformatted a few years ago. But what do you think needs to happen with the baseball playoffs, and who do you have in the World Series potentially?
I think that the format needs to slightly change because baseball isn't like basketball or football where they need all this rest. I think that you see a team like the Rangers, they're on a hot streak right now. And baseball, I think that all those days off just kind of hurts teams. But then again, the Orioles, they were kind of in a the way they were entering the playoffs was just kind of really up and down. So I didn't expect much past the ALCS, but I'm loving what I'm seeing right now out of the Rangers. It's been a lot of upsets that's been happening. No Dodgers in there, like you said, no Orioles in there. The Braves are gone. And then we're forgetting how good the Phillies are, being that they've eliminated the Braves the past 2 years. Bryce Harper continues to show that he's a superstar and entertaining. If I had to pick somebody for the World Series right now, I would love to see the Phillies and the Texas Rangers right now. I think that would be a really good, intriguing matchup. I mean, like you said, Byron, off camera, we was talking, we said, long as the Astros not in there, that's that's the thing. But I'm happy that the Diamondbacks were able to get in there. So we've seen, one thing I do love about baseball is that you kind of never really predict it, because teams you think that are actually supposed to make it or gonna make it normally don't. But it's some questions. Of course, the Orioles, we know that that's a young team up and coming. So we're curious to see what offseason moves that they make. The Dodgers are just going to Dodger. I mean, glad that they got their one World Series championship, similar to the Braves. But when you just have a team with that much talent and you just see them fold year after year, you just kind of question, what is exactly going on with that team, because you see even the Astros, despite their issues, they're always at least into the ALCS or the World Series. So like I said, baseball is just one of those things where you just never really can really fully predict. But I'm going to say that the Rangers and the Phillies is the matchup that I want to see, and hopefully we could see Bryce Harper, my boy, get that World Series championship. In baseball, I always like to call them the big three. Is Aaron Judge, um, Bryce Harper, and then Otani. Those are the three megastars to me right now in baseball. It's a shame that you don't have two of them, but at least one of them seems to be on the trajectory right now to at least make it to the World Series.
Gonna have to gas up the race and go get some cheesesteaks, Dre. Might have to do that.
Hey, coming with me, brother?
You know I'm down, man. It's been a while. Astros, by the way, 7 straight league championship series. So that's basically like 7 straight AFC championship games. But shout out to Dusty Baker. The brother did get his title last year. Now he can go ahead and join old Yella in the shed, because I'm done with the Astros. Go ahead, Cravante. Him and his what is that thing he chews on? The toothpick? Yeah. Like our friend Diddy, Raj.
Take that. Take that.
That's an old man thing to do, to chew on that toothpick. Just to let you know.
What's going on, Miss Queen?
um,
Queen.
so it seems like getting 100 wins is like a curse. I don't know what's going on, and it's like you want to do well in the regular season, but you don't want to do too well, because like the pressure is on for you to perform. Because if you're one of the best teams in the regular season, your aspirations are the World Series. And for the O's, did they win a game? They got swept.
No, they did not, Roger.
Yeah, they got swept, bro.
I mean, no, they didn't, Cravante. I'm sorry. I was looking at Roger. No,
They got swept.
Yeah, that's the one that hurts a little bit more, because it was so much. We saw so much greatness, and how the Orioles flipped from having 100 L's to having 100 W's in such a short span of time. It's like, God, this is crazy. What more can happen? Nothing. That's it. That's it. That's as good, that's as far as it goes. But the O's should still, the future still looks bright, despite the letdown. But the future is still bright for the O's. Just unfortunate um how they got put out. But they weren't the only ones. Like we said, the Dodgers. I like that personally. Um, who else? Who's else? The Braves. I thought for sure. I thought the Braves was going to be, on their way to having a couple, and they're on the way to try to have a couple of them in the past, 3-4 years or so. Um, so that was crazy. So to look and see that the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Phillies, of course, and the Astros. The Astros is the lone star stud, the lone team that was of the upper echelon teams that are still involved in the playoffs. But boom, here comes the Rangers. The Rangers and Arizona Diamondbacks. We ain't here. We heard bad things we heard more bad things as opposed to good things when those teams were brought up, because Max Scherzer, if I'm not mistaken, is he on the Rangers roster?
He's on the Rangers. He was hurt. He's going to
Yeah,
pitch game 3, Cravante, so he'll be pitching on Wednesday. He's coming back. And Verlander
that,
went back to the Astros, so
That'd be
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah,
Snap,
so
snap.
it'll be interesting.
Where's Jacob DeGrom?
He is what, hurt? Yeah, he's hurt. He's hurt.
He's
He's
hurt,
with
Yeah.
but
the Rangers, but he's hurt. He got hurt this year. Tommy John.
ain't that crazy that the Rangers still made it? Even like they got like two of arguably maybe the best pitchers in the game, and neither one of them is playing, and yet still there in the title game.
Up
I mean,
2-0.
I'm sorry, the championship round.
Up 2-0, and I believe they have home field right now. I think it's 2-3-2, and they won the first two in Houston. I can check that, but yeah.
Whoa! Oh, they won the road. Snap. So they got the next three.
Yeah, because remember they were a wild card team, so they were playing on the road. Houston was they won a division, and then the Astros lost like they're very streaky. They won like 6 games or more 10 times and lost 6 games or more. Like only team to ever do that. It's crazy. Very streaky.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild. But this is what we love about the baseball playoffs. Like this is when the casual fans start to tune in because this is when. Listen, I found a few years back, maybe a couple years before. I probably since like 2016 when I probably really started tuning into the playoffs. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy! Like, I can't watch baseball on TV in the regular season. I just can't do it. But during the playoffs, it definitely turned up, and it was also beautiful to see the Nationals when they were able to make their run to the World Series. That was also fun to watch. But this is when it gets turned up. This is the most fun, and to not see the usual suspects except for one, it's very, very, very exciting. I would love to see the Rangers and the Phillies in the World Series.
Go ahead, Raj. How you feel about it? Diamondbacks kind of like that young team, like the Orioles as well. That's kind of something to look at
I'm
as
gonna
well.
make it short. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. All the top teams got eliminated. I hate the fact that it's a 5 game series. Um, I probably wouldn't be watching the games like that. Like I did see the Power Rangers, aka Texas Rangers. You know,
That's how
you
they
know,
look.
they beat up on the Astros yesterday. But I mean, after the Orioles got eliminated, man, I honestly really don't care who wins the World Series. But I think the hottest team, of course, is the team that beat the Orioles, the Rangers. So we'll see what happens though. I'm pretty sure we'll cover the World Series when we get to it.
Yes, sir. But we did have a game yesterday in London. Make sure you guys let us know in the comment section how you feeling about the MLB playoffs. Should the format be changed? Should the divisional winners get that week off, or should it be a shorter time frame? Then what do you do with the wild card? Should it be reseeding possibly? We'll see. But yesterday, let's get to football. Ravens went back to London for the first time since 2017 against that debacle of the Jaguars. Win 24-16. Ironically enough, Cavante, I just realized this. Both the Ravens and Commanders won by the same score yesterday. I don't know how many times that's happened in history. Both teams won 24-16, but
Word.
just wanted to point that out. Ravens win 5 Justin Tucker field goals, 6 sacks. Now I actually just found out the Ravens are tied for the league lead in sacks with the San Francisco 49ers. That's
Oh
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy, man.
I thought you meant for sack.
Yeah.
I thought you meant getting sacked.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Um,
Sorry. Sorry.
4-2, technically in first place. We saw good Lamar. We saw bad Lamar. We saw the offense not be able to score touchdowns. We saw the defense get after it. But Marcus Williams goes down. Kyle Hamilton gets ejected. Not being able really to
That
run
was
the ball
crazy.
effectively. Yeah, a lot to unpack here with the Ravens. And they had a stat. I read it during the post game yesterday. I'm gonna read it again. Dre's probably listening, I'm sure, so I know he'll chime in when he gets a chance. And Roger, like I said, I read it yesterday, but let me read it again. The recent blown leads by the Ravens. Hear me out, everybody. 5 losses with double-digit leads since the start of 2022, tied for most in the NFL. 8 losses with 7-point fourth quarter lead, most in the NFL since 2021. 10 losses when leading in the fourth quarter since 2021, most in the NFL. Uh, Roger, I mean, let's let you go ahead and do your thing, man. Unpack it after this win, and the Ravens come back home to play who? Possibly the team we think could be the NFC team to beat, the Lions this week, and they'll be honoring Terrell Suggs on Sunday as well. Ring of Honor.
Man, I did a lot of thinking yesterday after the post game show and throughout the day. And other than our podcast, I listen to 410 Sports Talk. I listen to Sarah Ellison and Bobby Trossett. I listen to Sip the Tally, and of course the fan, of course, because they cover Ravens all day, every day as well, and of course my man Justin P. But oh, not to mention Nitro and our guy Engraven. Um,
That's right.
but I was listening to all these podcasts. It got me to thinking, man. It really might be time for John Harbaugh to go, man. I think
Dang.
and I hate to say that, and I really do because I do like John Harbaugh as a Ravens fan. I do because it's the stability that the team has, and the winning that we usually do in the regular season. But yeah, we should have blew out the damn Titans yesterday, man. I mean, there's no reason, no rhyme or reason why this team is looking the way it's looking. Year after year after year after year on offense. I know we blame Greg Roman for a lot of the offensive mistakes in the past, and we blame Cam Cameron for a lot of the mistakes in the past. And I know we blamed who else was a coordinator for us? The quarterback whisperer. I can't even think of
Oh,
his name.
Mark Trestman.
Yeah, Mark. We blamed him. We blamed a lot of this crap is on Harbaugh, man. A lot of this nonsense that we go through is on Harbaugh. A lot of it. And he almost had a couple mistakes yesterday. And I was yelling at the team, like, yo, what do you got a challenge flag in your pocket for? Somebody get the red flag from him. He's about to do something dumb. But it's no reason why they struggling, man. It's like they get a nice lead, like you said, we didn't lost a bunch of leads. We get a nice lead, and all of a sudden we got to fear for our life at the end of the game. Like, continue to keep running, continue to run up the score, man. Stop being conservative. It's to a point where it's like the fan base is like restless right now. I mean, of course, we think we're going to make the playoffs because that's what we do. We make the playoffs. But once we get there, we're going to be conservative in the playoffs and go home like we always do. I just don't understand where his offense is at. I get where the defense is at. The defense is good. Mike McDonald has got this defense playing well. I mean, he's making, you know, Geno Stone look like a complete Pro Bowler out there. And that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Marcus Williams is not right. But I don't know what the hell this offense is doing, man. I really don't. And I don't know too much about Todd Monken just yet. I mean, he's only 6 games in as the coordinator. But it just seems like every coordinator that we bring in, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same old shit. Conservative, 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 conservative. The only time that we really wasn't conservative was 2019 when we was whooping people's asses and Lamar was actually progressing as a quarterback. It just seems like the same stale stuff. And it's like we don't get, and I understand people are upset with Bateman, but we don't really get him involved enough in the game. And OBJ is, in and out as well. So we don't get him involved. And then the stuff that we're doing with Zay Flowers is like, you should have more than 50 freaking yards in the game. You should have more than 50 yards in the game, man. I mean, if you're the number one option, if you're there every week, it's like, bruh, I don't understand. I don't get it. He has all the tools and he only has 50 yards. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating to watch them. It really is. And I hate to say it, but after this week, I'll be seeing them 4 times in a row in person. I need them to do way better than what they're doing offensively. At least that. But it starts with Harbaugh. Everything starts with him. It starts with Harbaugh. And if he continues to keep coaching, just to get by. I don't want the coach to get by. I want a coach to actually destroy teams. If you have the offensive weaponry, destroy them. I'm not seeing that from the team. People, like I said, people are pissed at Bateman because Lamar got a pick or whatever, and they wasn't on the same page. And OBJ is looking old or whatever. I mean, a lot of this nonsense, man, and I'm saying this after a win, by the way. I'm saying this after a win. So I'm frustrated. Because like I said before, the Titans they had no business being in that game. After the first half, the game should have been over with. No business. But yet the Ravens, lollygagging around on offense, not knowing what the hell they're doing, not knowing if they want to run, not knowing if they want to pass. it's this nonsense got to stop, man. And it starts with John. It really does. It starts with him. And we've been seeing this for years. It ain't just starts last year. We've been seeing this ever since he's been there. The only reason why we got a Super Bowl is because we got somewhat lucky. And I'm just being honest, we got somewhat lucky in 2012. But it starts with him, man. It really does. I hope for the best. But like I said 2 weeks ago, I if we don't get our shit together, we might make the playoffs, but we're gonna be going home quickly. And that's all I gotta say. Hopefully Dre's back. Hopefully he got something to add to this. But I'm still somewhat still disgusted about that Steelers loss. But this Titans one didn't help out at all. Honestly, it really didn't. Not at all. They got to get it together offensively for them to even go to where they want to go at. And right now, this offense is in shambles. So that's my rant.
Trey, you want to go? Or you want me to go to Cravante first?
So I'll say that it's good to see that Raj is finally admitting that Fluco got lucky. Uh,
I didn't say he got lucky. I said they got lucky. They got lucky. As
no,
in the
but
whole team.
but you know what though? I totally agree. I think that this team is too conservative, and it's something that I discussed with Professor Milton Kent earlier today. I said my issue is with the Ravens. Like you said, they should have put this team away. Had this been the great Nick Saban or Bill Belichick, I don't care if they up by 50. Them dudes will still put their foot on your neck and keep it moving. And the Ravens just don't do that. It's like this team is just so undisciplined, and it's like we'll do great, we'll let a team come back, and then it's like either one or two things: either we it's too late and we blew the game, or we make some last minute play to win the game. And we shouldn't be doing that. Like you said, Raj, we should have blew out the Titans. You could just see like early on, this is about to be a blowout, and then it just doesn't happen. So that's that's the reason that it kind of gives you pause for concern, because you see that the Ravens can go with any team in football right now. There isn't a team that the Ravens can't match up with. I don't care if it's like Kansas City, Buffalo. I firmly believe if this Ravens team is on it, they can beat any team. But um, something that I also discussed with Professor was, if this is an AFC Championship game and the Ravens aren't at home, do you think that they're gonna beat a team like Kansas City or Miami or the Jags? And I'm just like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And it's not just dependent just solely on Lamar Jackson. It's just the team in totality. Um, and Raj, this, I think this season will tell us whether or not Harbaugh should stay or go. But I believe he has 2 to 3 more years left on his contract, if I'm not mistaken. But this team is just similar to kind of like when Brian Billick was here. Um, they're they play to like the emotions of the game instead of being a total football team playing and being ready on all facets of the game, because the talent is there, but it's just a matter of putting it together. And it seems like the same issues we've had um, aren't going away, and I don't know if those issues will go away anytime soon. It was good, that we got a W in London, but it shouldn't have taken what it did in order to get that W. Like you said, like you said, Raj, it should have been a blowout from the jump, as you just saw, especially with Ryan Tannehill getting knocked out the game, and the Titans' offense is really honestly predicated around um, King Henry. If you take him out the game, because D Hop ain't D hopping no more, and a lot of those just unnecessary penalties on D Hop were just boneheaded moves, which kept the Titans in the game. And you're just up there frustrated because you're like, this team should not be making these type of mistakes, especially if they're one of the premier. They're supposed to be one of the premier teams, but they can't because they just can't get out of their own way. And like it's just some teams that you just know they're not going to beat themselves. The old Patriots, the Chiefs, and if it does happen, it's a rarity that it does happen. So, like you said, ultimately, it's just frustrating as a Ravens fan. But I'm gonna wait until the end of the season before I call for Harbaugh's job. But I think I did start questioning it prior to the season.
Cravante, I guess from the outside looking in, how are you feeling about this Ravens team? As I mentioned, it seems like we'll get a good half and a mediocre half, and you'll see Odell make a play, 30, 40 yards, and you won't see him. You'll see Zay Flowers or Andrews or Bateman make a play. Then second half, it's like they just throw all those plays out the window. They can't get a push on the offensive line. Really, this defense is keeping this team afloat, seems like.
Yeah. So what Rod was saying, the defense for what they're missing and what they've been missing is playing pretty solid football right now. The offense, you can tell this is still year one of the offense. Still trying to figure out what they are like. It's like, can we say the Ravens are still a running based team? Because I've seen Lamar throw the ball a little bit more than usual. I think they're trying to gravitate to more to a balanced offense as opposed to just, oh, the Ravens are run 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 run. I think Todd Monken is trying to bring some balance to it, and you can see that the Ravens are still working out the kinks offensively. The Was the Steelers game? Was it the Steelers game with all them drops? Was that was
Steelers
the Steelers?
game with the
Yeah,
drops.
Steelers
Yes.
game. Yep.
So those come with like the lack of knowing. It's not like, oh, they don't have hands or anything like that. I think it's just still getting the timing and things and just getting comfortable with everything. The at least at this point the worst didn't happen, because going over there and losing would have been absolutely absurd. So at least they won and they could somewhat bounce back. But I mean, I have the same concerns as Raj. I feel like when this team goes to the playoffs, they're going to have a letdown. And how many times are you going to continue to see an early postseason letdown and look at anybody except for John Harbaugh? Like, also, like Raj said, blame this guy, blame this guy, blame this guy, blame this guy. But if it's the same results, what's the common denominator? Is John Harbaugh, and he's been here, what, he's been here over 10 years, right? What, 10,
Yeah,
11,
since
some
2008.
whew, we're going 15. Sheesh.
Yeah, 15 years he's been here.
Sheesh. God damn, it's been a long sheesh. All right, well, yeah, it may be, his voice may be getting a little stale. You know what I'm saying? It may be time for some new blood. You got some new blood on the defensive side of the ball. You got some new blood on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe it is time for, a new voice and, a new direction. Now, who? I guess we'll cross the bridge when we get to it. But as long as the Ravens winning, he'll be all right. It's being the playoffs where his seat will either get turned up. It's on preheat right now. But if his if the Ravens lose in the first round, turn that thing up to 350, 400, because yeah, because it's looking like you already not, well, Lamar Jackson, you're still in his prime, but you missed the contract. You supposed to get all this done before you paid him, but now that you paid him, the roster is going to be harder to keep together. So we'll see what he does moving forward, but his seat is definitely on the preheat level at the very least.
Yes, Ravens will return home this weekend, as I mentioned, to play the Lions, as they will honor Terrell Suggs and induct him into the Ring of Honor. And Rod, you'll be after that heading to Arizona to watch them play as well. So we'll talk about that and a lot more. But down 95, well, a little further down 95, the Commanders were in the A, and they laid the A-Town stomp to the Falcons 24-16. I really don't think the score was that close, but Cravante is going to give you his good, bad, and ugly. Cravante, Commanders moved to 3-3 with the win, and I was watching this game because it was on after the Ravens. And with the win over the Falcons at 3-3, that is a tiebreaker if it comes down to wild card implications, Cravante. I know it's early in the season, but I wanted to throw that past you. And I know you are a Commanders fan, and I know you still want your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we saw your guy, Caleb Williams. He wet the bed against USC, touchdown Jesus on Saturday night. But there was a brother up in Washington
My
who
gosh,
balled out on
Mike,
Saturday afternoon.
Mike.
I know you want Caleb
Woo!
Williams.
That's a
I know
bad
you
brother
love
right there
Caleb.
too.
But Michael Penix Jr. might be the Heisman favorite right now. I think looking at the betting odds, he is.
Yes.
He
And one more
is.
thing to throw at you. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Penn State travels to the Ohio State. Big noon Saturday on Fox. Big matchup. Two undefeated teams. I think number 6 against number 3 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
Commanders quarterback stat you love. I mean, Drake May down in UNC is doing his thing as well. I like him a lot as well.
Yep.
We still got Caleb. Bo Nix. It doesn't look bad either. And 3-3 get the tiebreaker over the Falcons. Calais Campbell got his 100th sack as well. Former Raven. Shout out to him also. But go ahead, Kavante, the floor is yours.
So I mean, the at some point you got to bounce back. You had to recoup after the embarrassment that you received at the hands of the Chicago Bears at home. Um, so this was a much needed bounce back game. Um, I think Sam Howell had 3 touchdowns. He didn't throw for a whole bunch of yards. I think he only had like 150 yards. So all his touchdowns was short. He only attempted 23 passes, which is good. Keep the attempts low, keep the turnovers down. Um, it was a Curtis Samuel sighting. That's always good. He pops up every three games or so. Um, but defensively, I went off last week, and y'all know that, especially on this defensive side of the ball. Um, the defense showed up. I want to say 3 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 16 points. That's the defense I expect with the talent that we have on the defensive side of the ball. That is what I expect. Um, that's kind of how we that the defense is going to have to lead us, since the offense we're still trying to work things out, because we're in year one of the offense too. But our defense is that side of the ball is the side that we're supposed to be able to hang our hats on. 4 first round picks on the D line, some upper echelon defensive linemen. These guys are supposed to wreak havoc. That's what they're supposed to do. And when they don't do that, we look bad. But they look great. The defense looked great. Concerning 5 sacks on Sam Howell, 5 sacks. Um, he looks as though, well, not say he, but he's probably gonna break the record, or at least the Commanders are probably gonna break the record for most sacks given up, and not a record we want to have, especially with a young quarterback. Now, that is a mixture between the quarterback and the offensive line. Sometimes Sam Howell's holding the ball a little too long, and sometimes the offensive line is whiffing. I'm hoping and praying for Sam Howell's health that this problem gets better as the year goes on, and they can shore up the offensive line in one way or another, because we still got to play the 49ers. We still got to play the Cowboys. We got to play the Eagles. Like, at this point, I'm for Sam Howell's health. But 3-3 after 6 games, this is about a 500 team. This is about an average team. So after 6 games, 3-3, this is about what I expect. And they'll probably be close to a 500 team. They may be 8-9, 9-8 team. Maybe moving, towards the end of the year. So that's about what I expect. Um, Ron Rivera looked like he was doing more movements than this, which is
It might have
okay.
been the Atlanta. Big Tigger's the DJ out there at the Falcons game.
Yeah,
Shout out to Big Tigger.
maybe he was
No
moving.
wonder they was dancing. That's why they was dancing.
Yes, yes, Raj. That's why they was moving and grooving.
They was moving the groove a little bit more, because we don't have all that down Landover. We don't got none of that down there.
They can
So
go and get
Atlanta,
Quicksilver, Caronte.
if that's one thing you're gonna do, they gonna make you move a little something.
No
But
telling that.
a good win on the road, and let's see let's see what happens moving forward.
Your thoughts on the Michael Penix and Ohio State this weekend? I see the chocolate writer Miss Sharon is in the building. The Ohio State.
You
D.
you you
The
already know.
Ohio State.
What up? What up? What up? Washington and Oregon was a damn good game. A damn good game. With some quarterbacks with a lot of talent. Um, but Michael Penix Jr., my heavens, his stock is going through the roof right now, and he's looked like he's playing his way into being a top three pick, man. Um, so we'll see what happens in the draft, but the boy he's a baller. He is for sure a baller, and Bo Nix is no slouch either. By no means, but it's a lot of guys on that field, including both quarterbacks, that's going to be playing on Sundays at the next level. Um, will we be bad enough to get any of them? Probably not. But here's hoping, and of course, Drake May, like you said, um, is balling as well. So I believe Michael Penix is the front runner because, unfortunately, Mr. Caleb Super Williams did not have a great game. And I believe USC is too Caleb Williams centric, kind of like the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. I feel like that's how Caleb Williams and USC is. It's too much. It's too much all on him. And trust me, he can do it more often than not. But if you expect him to do it every game, he gonna slip up a time or two. You know what I'm saying? So the defense is subpar. Wide receivers, hit and miss. It's really on Caleb to do it. So unfortunately, he just, like you said, wet the bed. So he's probably knocked out of possible national championship and Heisman. So that's probably all for not now. So which means he probably won't play in a bowl game either. The newsflash, that's what the new kids on the block are doing. But Michael Penix is good. He's really good. Like he's pushing Drake May because remember we were talking at the beginning of the year, Byron. Caleb Williams, Drake May. Michael Pettis is pushing Drake May right now.
And
And
Jordan,
both.
I don't know what class is Jordan Travis. I really like Jordan Travis too. Out of Florida State, by the way.
That's a good question. I'm not.
Gotta
I'm not.
find
I'm
out.
not sure.
And then real quick,
But
Washington travels to USC November 4th, by the way.
I think Washington gonna get him out of
But
here.
yeah,
I, I think Washington got it. Washington is way more balanced, and like I said before, USC is too Caleb Williams centric.
we'll keep our eye out for that. And the Commanders, Cravante, have the Giants this week, I believe, right? Yeah, Giants. So there you go. That's always a tricky game, though. I will say that.
Always, always. The Giants have had our number for at least the past 2-3 years. I don't think we beat them once. So that's a curse I'm trying to break. Listen, I want to beat our division. If I could go 3-3 in the division, that'll be I'm cool with that. But yes, always a tricky game. I'm going to pick the Commanders to win, but that is a tricky game because it's also a divisional game.
And Jordan Travis is a redshirt senior, so looks like he probably will be in the draft as well, potentially. And Florida State's playing pretty well also. So we shall see. It'll be interesting. Like I said, it could be 5 or 6 guys in the top 10. So if you need one, you might have one this draft season. While we wait for Dre, we will run through these scores as Monday Night Football just ended. And breaking news, the Chargers chargered again, if you don't know. Uh,
Told you.
Real quick, Thursday night, we saw the Chiefs beat the Broncos 19-8, 16 straight wins for the Chiefs over the Broncos. Ravens
What else?
24-16 over Ravens 24-16 over the Titans. Commanders 24-16 over the Falcons. Bengals win again 17-13 over the Seahawks. Jaguars 37-20 over the Colts. Anthony Richardson probably done for the season. Dolphins pick it up 42-21 over the Panthers. Vikings beat the Bears 19-13. One of the upsets of the day. Browns beat the 49ers 19-17. Texans keep rolling, Cavante. This was another upset. I should have picked them this week. I didn't. But CJ Stroud yet again threw his first pick,
Yeah,
but still played well. They got the win in Houston. 3-3. Right there for the AFC South. Raiders 21-17 over the Patriots. Student over teacher. Intriguing to see how everyone feels about Bill Belichick. Lions dominate the Buccaneers 20-6. Rams beat the Cardinals 26-9. Another upset. Q's Jets. Where you at, brother? 20-14 over the Eagles. Jalen Hurts 3 picks. And on Sunday Night Football, we saw the Bills beat the Giants 14-9. Weird game. And on Monday night, as I just mentioned, the Cowboys win 20-17 over the Chargers. Before we get to game ball, not so game ball, you guys can throw your game ball, not so game ball in there as well. These upsets this week, Raj, how you feeling, man? Anything that stands out to you? We saw a lot of injuries with the 49ers. We saw Hurts look normal, and the Eagles, they kind of been sloppy all season. I mean, Charger. Anything that stands out to you this past weekend, man? A lot of action that happened.
A lot of action that happened. A lot of bullshit calls were called from referees. Um, but the thing that stood out to me mostly, and I'm pretty sure somebody else is gonna say this, but Cleveland Browns winning against the 49ers, that really stood out. The referee, it was referee aided as well, but the 49ers had a chance to win and they missed the field goal at the end. But still, if Deshaun Watson's not playing, if Deshaun Watson's not out there getting the job done, there's no reason in hell that you should be losing to the Cleveland Browns to XFL quarterback and PJ Walker, who had 2 interceptions and was complete
these
utter
folks.
garbage at times in that game. But it is what it is. It's the NFL. If I have to
Any
give
given Sunday.
if I have to give a national game ball, my national game ball will go to the whack ass Browns. I'm sorry, the 49ers for losing that sorry game. But my game ball, I haven't really thought about what my game ball is going to be, but I think my game ball probably will go to, I guess, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they
I think
had
Trevor Lawrence got hurt too. I don't know the severity of it, by the way.
he got hurt, but I forgot what they played. They blew out
The
they
Colts.
blew out the Colts. Okay, they blew out the Colts, but they get my game ball because they was in London for 2 straight weeks, and usually those trips, take a toll on your body. We saw it with the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night when they came home. They looked exhausted and they looked unenthused to play the game. But it seems like every time the Jacksonville Jaguars come back, they just seem to find ways to win. So even though Trevor Lawrence got hurt, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they'll get my game ball. They've been trending in the right direction. Hopefully, it's nothing serious for Trevor Lawrence. But
They're saying he's day to day.
he's
They
day to
believe he
day.
avoided something serious.
So that's a good thing. Jacksonville Jaguars are trending on the right direction. Christian Kirk had a good day for me as well in fantasy. So yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars get my game ball. And the
You
not
want to
game
give a
ball,
disclaimer?
the Cleveland Browns. Huh?
Do you want to give a disclaimer again, like you're doing the post game for Anthony Richardson? Probably done for the year, real quick.
Oh yeah. My disclaimer is any quarterback that's a running quarterback that's coming into the league, learn how to slide. Learn how to slide, please. Or you won't be getting fucked up like Anthony Richardson did in his first 3 games. And I did say the F word because that's exactly what he got them damn 3 games that he was playing. Concussion, broken his AC joint, and now he's going to need some damn surgery for his arm. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, we thought that this probably was going to have a great season. He played 14 games at Florida, and and they just give him the starting job, and then all of a sudden he just doesn't know how to slide. Learn how to slide, running quarterbacks. Learn how to slide. That's my disclaimer.
This PSA has been
And my
brought to you by
PSA,
the Meat
yes.
Man.
Yeah,
No
Meat Man.
plan, no water, just pain.
And in his case, just slide. But there you go.
Dre, I know you back with us, brother. You want to get game ball, not so game ball, real quick before you go into that. You want to touch on these upsets this weekend? I read through the scores. We saw Cleveland beat San Francisco. We saw the Jets beat the Eagles. A sloppy game on Sunday night. We saw the Chargers charger. I mean, I'm just at the point now. Justin Herbert is very overrated. Brandon Staley needs to go. But how you feeling, brother? After this weekend, game ball, not so game ball.
Hey, I'm feeling real good, man. Some of these upsets, the 49ers, I think, was the biggest upset. I know some people may point to the Jets or the Eagles, but people forget that this is the same Jets team that did beat the Buffalo Bills without Aaron Rodgers and was still able to rally. Um, so that one with the good defense that the Jets have isn't as much of an upset like Unc was saying. I mean, without Deshaun Watson, you would think that the Browns may give it a go, because of their defense. But to actually win that game was shocking. But then again, it was similar to kind of how the Bengals, when they were able to beat the Bengals, because you're just able to run the football. You're able to play good defense. The weather's not good. And this is a West Coast team traveling to the East Coast, so I mean anything can possibly happen on any given Sunday. But that would probably be the one that I would say have been like the biggest upset to me. My not so game ball. Um, I'm still I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Though they lost to the Jets. This team just hasn't looked right. I know people keep talking about, well, Dallas didn't look right because they played the 49ers, and they're probably the third best team, but this Eagles team is not right, and you could just see that um, they're not the same team, and it may be because of the loss of coordinators, but especially Jalen Hurts. I mean, you just see him going from progressing to, it seems to be somewhat of I'm not going to say a regression, but it's a steady pace right now where he's at. He just doesn't seem to be the same quarterback without his coordinator. So I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles, though they're a viable team. They just don't seem to be the same team that they were last year, and all their wins just don't. They never stood out to be like, okay, this is a emphatic team that's going back to the Super Bowl. And I got to give my game ball to, um, I'm gonna give it to the. I'm gonna stick with the Jets. I'm gonna still give it to the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers being out there, the fact that this guy had an Achilles tear and is already out there without a walking boot is and throwing the football is utterly amazing. This team seems to do better now that Aaron Rodgers is there. Maybe it's his presence in the locker room. Zach Wilson is playing better instead of being a gunslinger. He seems to be more of a game manager right now. The Jets are able to their coordinators, their offensive coordinator seems to actually be coaching and doing the things necessary for them to win on the offense, such as running the football, the defense. Though they're missing some of their pieces, they still find ways to win on defense. And you just see that this Jets team went from, which I honestly thought that they were a dead in the water team, to now they may actually make the playoffs. And then you just honestly from there you just never know what's going to happen.
Start low and high, Cravante, baby. Your thoughts on these upsets this week, Cravante? I know I didn't make any money this weekend, if you know what I mean. Starting with touchdown Jesus on Saturday night.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. If I said it once, I've said it twice. Stay away from big point spreads. Just big point spreads are not what it seems to be. I believe the Dolphins was the only team that had a double digit point spread and actually covered. And guess who took them at halftime? Me, and lost. But 49ers, that was due. A loss like that was due from Brock Purdy. Um, he wasn't going. He's going to lose at some point. And usually when teams go on streaks like that, they usually hit a speed bump against the team they were supposed to beat. And here comes the Browns without Deshaun Watson, and PJ Walker didn't throw any touchdowns, and he threw two interceptions. But hope here's Kareem Hunt, and they came out flat. Christian McCaffrey got hurt. Bo Samuels got hurt, and Kittle was nowhere to be found. Hey man, those days happen. So it was bound to happen. Didn't think it was gonna happen this week, but it happened. Um, Dre, like you said, the Eagles have not looked like themselves. Despite they were undefeated, but going into this week they were undefeated, but it just didn't seem like they remind me of the Vikings last year when they were winning all them
Mm.
games, and
Yeah.
it's like, yo, something's off about y'all. I'm not sure what it is, but y'all, it's off. But it seemed like they don't have their same identity. Miles Sanders is no longer there. Both their coordinators are gone. So again, pretty much a new offense, and their defense is not as dominant as you think it would be. They show flashes, but not as dominant. And the Jets, that front seven without Sauce Gardner,
Hmm.
and they were missing somebody else, but
They're missing both their corners.
they were not supposed to win this game. The Jets were not supposed to win this game. And also, shout out to Zach Wilson for not fluffing the game up, keeping them turnovers low. The Jets got a shot because we know how the defense gets down. Um, but what any other crazy upsets? I think that was it. Um, Not so game ball, start low and high as always. Um, we Rod, you were talking about a coach that you think has probably overstayed his welcome, probably should be out the door. The New England Patriots have to consider this for Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, Mac Jones, it's not working. It's it's not working. We blamed it on the offensive coordinator, well, the lack of an offensive coordinator last year,
Hmm.
and now they have a real offensive coordinator, and Mac Jones still it's not clicking. Granted, Bill Belichick, who I don't know if he still has the GM tag, but
He
he's been
does.
he's been an awful GM, like a terrible GM, especially with first round picks. Tom Brady was the biggest band aid for fluffing up draft picks, and now that Tom Brady's gone, we're seeing Bill Belichick for the I guess the what Tom Brady has been covering up. The band aid's been ripped off, and the scars are ugly, really really ugly. But the Mac Jones Bill Belichick thing, both of them need to go at this point because Bill Belichick looks like he can't get with the times, and Mac Jones looked like he was the of all the top quarterbacks, he was the last one. Um, Game ball, my guy from the Ohio State, C.J. Stroud. Now he did throw his first interception. As a matter of time, it was only a matter of time he was going to throw an interception at some point. But week 6, he throwing his first interception. Not bad against the New Orleans Saints defense. That's solid to above average. I think he had about 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Good. I love what's going on with him and D'Amico Ryans, what he's doing with that team and that defense. Um, the Houston Texans are better than what we think. Well, let me say better than what we thought at the beginning of the year. I thought this was going to be a bottom 5 team. They're competing.
Hmm.
They're competing and they're winning. And they're not going to be, they don't seem to be bottom dwellers um, in their division or in their conference, which is really, really good because we know the Houston Texans organization can be a little uh, trash, especially with their decision making. But CJ Stroud looks like it was a great decision. D'Amico Ryans, it looked like it was an awesome decision. And that relationship, as opposed to the previous one, is working out. So shout out to CJ Stroud and D'Amico Ryan.
Let us know in the comments your game ball, not so game ball standout of the week and duds of the week. It's gonna be very interesting. Dre, I know you mentioned the Jets possibly competing for a playoff spot. Cravante just mentioned the Texans. Both of them are 3-3. You got the Bengals at 3-3, Pittsburgh at 3-2. 3-2. I know Miss Sharon, you're in the chat. Cleveland at
Yeah.
3-2. Indy at 3-3, who beat the Ravens. Jacksonville 4-2. KC 5-1, but the Las Vegas Raiders We're not talking about them. They're 3-3. So the AFC is going to be very, very tough once playoff seeding really evens itself out over the next few weeks. So intriguing to see what happens with the loaded AFC, which we all thought it would be, but it seems like it's more mediocrity than anything. Dre, you got the week 6 recap so far, or you want to go straight into week 7?
So week 6, I won at 10-4. Everybody else went 9-5. The standings for the season without Monday Night Football are Byron, you're in last place at 58-36. You're in third place at 59-35. Cravante is 60-34. And I'm leading the way at 65-29.
Woo! That
Ooh,
that
Grizzly Dre, man.
first 2 weeks he pulled away.
Wow.
Even this week, I think he picked his Cowboys. He was the only one.
Well,
that
no,
picked
he
that.
picked
Well,
Washington.
I picked
picked
Washington.
He
I
picked
picked
Washington.
Washington.
My man, smart man,
Yeah.
smart man.
Good job.
Grizzly Dre, man.
But yeah, the
Hey,
first 2 weeks he jumped out there, and I was like, ooh, we still catch up.
yeah,
Full squirrel suit out there, but
one
hey
or 2
man, that's
weeks,
it.
man.
Look, I learned from Byron. Sometimes you just gotta try and see what's gonna happen. Somebody in the end of, we know this by watching football all these years. It's gonna be some upsets every week. So
You ain't lying. Let's get to week 7 real quick and get goofy. Cravante, Raj, and Dre, feel free to hop in. Thursday night, Jaguars travel to New Orleans, play
oh
the
no,
Saints.
this is a hard one to pick because
Jaguars.
Derek Carr, isn't he hurt too? Like he came back in the game, but I swear isn't he like questionable or something?
He's always hurt for some odd reason.
And he's also underwhelming. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, Trevor Lawrence, you said day to day, right?
Yeah, but he did play the whole game. I think he only came out one play for like a kneel down, from what I remember. So he's on my
Jacksonville.
fantasy team, but I think
Jacksonville.
I guess he'll play.
Jacksonville then.
Oh man, give me the. I'm gonna do a Dre. Give me the Saints. I got to take a couple risks
Okay.
because I mean, they're at home. That's probably my only
I'm
reason.
I'm tempted to pick them, but I just don't. Between Trevor Lawrence and Derek Carr, you just don't know. So I'm gonna go with the safe pick because the Jags. See the day to day is what's killing me because I'm like, all right, if it's day to day, that means he probably will end up playing.
Yeah.
Most likely, you know. But that's not a bad pick, Byron, because the Saints have a really good defense, but their offense, the signing of Derek Carr just hasn't exploded, and then also with Alvin Kamara too, he's just getting back. So I don't know. They don't seem like they should. This team isn't where I thought they would be. I'll say that.
So everybody
They
going
are
with the Jaguars
exactly
except
where
for
I
me.
thought they would.
It's funny when I talk about the AFC. Speaking of the NFC, Rams 3-3, Seattle 3-2, New Orleans
Wow.
3-3, Atlanta 3-3, Tampa 3-2. That NFC South is going to be crazy. Detroit, we're no they're 5-1, but Green Bay 2-3, Minnesota 2-4, Washington 3-3, Dallas 4-2. So both conferences are going to have a very interesting second tier of the season games as we head into November and December. So it'll be fun to the finish. I'll say that. Let's get back to we got the Colts. Yeah, what is that? The Colts. Browns visit the Colts on Sunday. Interesting.
I got the Browns.
Browns.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
I don't know.
Tie. Pick a tie.
Brown. I think I go to Browns too. That Anthony Richardson, but we saw that coming. That Anthony Richardson possibly gone for the rest of the season. We saw that coming. He did not finish a game he started.
Like you said, I mean, talented brother. I mean, a lot,
Very. But Raj, what Raj say? What's the PSA? Slide, brother.
Not only that, I mean, the Colts are just a mess anyway. So, and then Jonathan Taylor, him just getting back. I mean, you thought that would help out somewhat, but I mean, I don't know, man.
And watch they win. Bastards.
Yeah, give me the Browns, man. That's the team I don't want to. See,
I
until
don't
Deshaun
either.
Watson get healthy, oh boy, scary. Bills Patriots, oh boy, yeah,
Bills.
give me the Bills. The Patriots,
Yeah,
Cavante might be in that top five for a quarterback.
That would
He's
suck.
right. He's right.
I think right now they would probably be 3 or 4. We know the Bears have the first two, but because they have the
You
Panthers.
know
right.
what though? I could see somebody like a Bo Nix or a Drake May going to the Patriots, but the Patriots issue is they just need to get that GM title off of Belichick. You get that off of him, he's still a good
Or
coach.
get rid of
Defense,
him as the coach and make him the GM only.
hell no.
Or
I'd
just get
rather
rid of
keep
him.
him as a
Period.
coach than a GM.
Just make him.
Raj, what
Just
Raj
get rid
said,
of him altogether.
he might need to go period because his coaching is not showing. It's not resulting in wins.
And a lot of his draft picks have been not good. Even though Christian
That,
Gonzalez looked good, he just got hurt this year.
I think he has enough cachet and enough wins to say, all right, he can. Let's see how he does as a coach. Take the GM tag off of him, but it's hard because he has all those Super Bowls. He may feel some type of way like, oh, I can't be the GM, man. I can't be the coach. Like
No,
No,
Negro,
no,
because
you're
look
done.
at you without Tom. Look at you without Tom. Look at you,
Tom.
Tom.
And actually, listen to this. Listen to the next couple of games for the Patriots real quick. They play the Bills this week. They go to Miami next week.
Damn.
They have the Commanders, which won't be easy. They have the Colts. They have the Giants. They have the
Oh,
Chargers.
okay.
They
Towards
play
the
the
tail
Steelers.
end, they
They
can
play the
start
Chiefs.
winning again. But them first
Well, they
couple
play the
games.
Steelers and Chiefs. Well, they play the Steelers, Chiefs, Jets, Bills, Broncos. So maybe 3 more wins max. So they
Yo,
might get to 4 wins, 5 wins.
Yeah,
yo,
Broncos,
they might.
Giants, and it was some other team you said
The
that they had.
Jets that they own, they still own them. I don't know how, but they do.
Gotta play them again. They do gotta play them again.
No, it was another team though he said on
Oh,
there.
hold on, I got you, Dre. They play the Colts.
Colts. Yeah, that might be the other one.
I mean,
They
they
get.
still might be in the top 5, which they want probably.
Listen,
Look,
I think Dre said it. Both Knicks would be. I
Bo
think
Nix.
that's probably a guy that Bill Belichick could bring in.
Yeah, he
But
could go from
if he's still there,
He's gonna be there, y'all. I'll honestly be surprised if they
I
did
think
get rid of him.
hey man, that cachet mess is run out, bro. Because they look bad.
Raiders, Bears. Raiders, Bears. Go ahead, Dre. You can say it for me, brother.
The Raiders.
Yeah, I take the Raiders too. I think with Justin Fields is hurt.
He is, yeah. His issue, he has a thumb issue, and if you can't grip the football and throw it now.
Man, the finger
Falcons,
issue.
Buccaneers.
Who's
Falcons,
that?
Buccaneers.
Cowboys, Buccaneers.
Falcons,
Fal-
Buccaneers.
Oh, Falcons, Buccaneers.
Division game.
I'm gonna say the Bucks.
Bucks bounce back. Where's it at?
It's in Tampa.
Tampa.
Yeah, I'll take the Bucks to bounce back.
Ooh, this is an ugly game. I don't even know who's. Shoot. I guess give me Tampa. Yeah, give me Tampa.
You going with Tampa?
Yeah, Buccaneers. Yep.
Steelers, Rams.
Ugh.
No, it's in LA. I'm gonna go with the Rams. The Rams. The Rams.
You know what, Dre? You can put me down for the Rams too.
Yo, but LA's not really home field for real. Like,
Give me the Steelers. Give me the
It'll probably be a home
Steelers.
game for the Steelers.
Give me the Steelers. I think they're gonna win.
shoot, man,
I don't think the Steelers can score enough.
that's my thing, yo.
See, it's weird because the Steelers' only issue is themselves because their offensive coordinator. They have the tools. They just need a
And
better offensive coordinator.
And when we talk about Harbaugh, not his adjustments, McVay gonna exploit that defense somehow. Them corners, which the Ravens did.
I'll go with the Rams.
And you know Puka Nakua, and I think Cooper Cup's back. They ain't
Cooper
dropping no
Cup is
balls.
back. Yeah.
They ain't dropping no balls like the Ravens. Them boys catch.
But they're allowed to. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Steelers. I can see the Steelers winning, but I'm gonna go with the Rams. I can see the Rams.
What was crazy about that Ravens game is had they just had like one of those touchdowns, they would have easily won. Like it's like, come on, man. But like you said, Byron, they ain't dropping no balls over there, man.
Cardinal Seahawks.
It's in Seattle. I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Or the
Agreed.
Seattle,
Seahawks bounce back.
Seattle, who?
Yeah,
Car-
Seahawks host the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah, the Cardinals.
Arizona's gonna fight, and it's a divisional game. But the Seattle has to bounce back.
Yep, I agree. Packers Broncos. Ew.
Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, give me the Packers.
That's gonna be a top 5, top 5 team too.
We might see all quarterbacks. We might see Caleb, Marvin Harrison, quarterback.
Yep. Quarterback,
Quarterback,
quarterback, quarterback, quarterback.
quarterback.
And all
Five
that.
Yo,
picks,
do you
four
like? Do
quarterbacks.
you really blame Russ or do you blame Sean Payton for? Because I blame
Russ
both.
is. I told you, Russ is done. Russ is done.
Russ is beyond rusty right now. Like it's
I,
we again we blame we point blame and then the blame is gone. Now who do you blame? You can't blame Sean Payton. He just got there.
And
I,
you know
I,
he's gonna get his
I
guy
mean,
at
look, the
quarterback.
Daniel Hackett got blamed and he just got there. So I mean,
But no, he was terrible. No. He was terrible since day one. He was terrible. Yeah, you remember that first game when they went to Seattle? Well, no, I don't know if they went to
Yeah,
Seattle, but
they went to Seattle.
they
Yeah.
went to
and
Seattle
that
game.
horrible game management at the end of the game. I was like, oh yeah, you don't belong here. That's when I saw. I was like, he don't belong here, yo. But some coordinators need to remain coordinators. But Russell Wilson has been regressing since Seattle, and it's how many yards he have last game? 57?
Ooh,
97?
yeah, it was terrible.
97.
And don't forget, we talk about cachet. Sean Payton got that Super Bowl in New Orleans and a lot of years of success. You know he's gonna get his quarterback up in there. If it's
Oh, yo,
one of
listen.
these rookies or he gonna get a guy off
So
free.
so I think it was Ian Rappaport that tweeted out. He said that, or it might have been Michael Lombardi. I can't remember one of them, but they said that what can end up happening is uh, it'll be an $11 million hit, and they can pay that and somehow get out of the contract, so that way they don't have to pay Russell that money and be locked in for the next 5 years. So that way, if Sean Payton does really want to get his guy in there, he can. Which I was like, damn, that's wild. But they have to do it like literally before the start of the season or something like that in March. And it just seems like Russ is done, man. He may be, in the TV booth at this point.
Or he might just be a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sierra ain't going for that.
He don't look
Chargers,
like a type
Chiefs.
of guy.
It don't matter what Sierra's going for.
Yo, but I don't see him in the booth. He don't have that personality.
No.
I was just putting a figure. I was just honestly, it was just a figure of speech. I agree with you. He might be able to do this.
No, his ass is gonna ride to another team's bench. That's what he's gonna do.
Chargers,
Like I
Chiefs.
said, Sierra ain't gonna allow that. And the minute that happens, I don't know about Russ and Sierra after that.
Yo, the minute that happens, here come Sierra gonna be in the same category as your girl and your other girl.
You sure she ain't already there?
Hey, listen, it's happy now because they're not like in the same house all the time. Like he's working, she's still working. They're not together all the time.
Oh, you mean it's gonna be Will and Jada?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's referring
Okay.
to.
Or shoot, it might be a Tom and Giselle type of thing.
Or Tia and Corey Harwick type of thing.
There's too many
Jesus.
examples of this.
Jeezy and Jenny Ma. We can keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one, Jeezy and Jenny Ma.
There's too many.
We can keep going.
There's too many. There's too many.
What was that? Chargers, Chiefs. I think we all know there. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Tribal Chiefs.
We got a great Sunday night game. Dolphins, Eagles from Philly.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Dolphins.
The only thing is, what's the weather gonna be like in Philly? It's gonna be cold, ain't it?
Might be rainy.
Probably.
Might be rainy in the East Coast.
But if it rained, that's gonna be tough. But the Eagles don't look. Yeah, they don't look.
Going with the Dolphins, baby.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins for.
Same. I'm going with the Dolphins too. I mean, the Dolphins just seem like right now it seems to be the Chiefs, Dolphins, Jags who are just running the AFC right now. Um, those are
Okay.
the three teams, and I'm just going
It's
until
the
that
same.
happens. Yeah, I gotta
And I
go with
think the
that.
Dolphins' defense is underrated, man. Don't forget Jalen Ramsey will be back too. I think the defense is just as good as the offense. They're only giving up 20 something points a
Hmm.
game. So, and Tyreek Hill, I think Rod, you said it yesterday, man. What you say, man? He's a cheat code in real life, man.
Yeah, he's a human cheat code. He almost has 1,000 yards. And
Yeah,
I think he has
you
like
know what?
800 something.
like literally, he almost has 1,000 yards right now.
You know what, Professor Kent, talking to him again in the hallway, he said, "Watch out for Tyreek Hill as MVP." He said he should be a candidate. He said, especially if he can get to 2,000 yards, and like you said, it's only what, week 6. We're heading to week 7, and he's already at a thousand almost
Like
right now.
He gonna get
he's
Yeah,
two.
like a he's like at 850, I think, or 855 or something crazy.
Another game. That's another game.
Right. Like he get $150, he'll be at 1,000. And that's easy
Um,
for him because he got $150 in like 2 quarters.
oh, Monday night we have the 49ers traveling to Minnesota.
oh, 49.
Da-da-da,
49ers.
da-da-da.
Yeah, no
But
Justin Jefferson, by the way. He's out
This
for a little
this
bit.
may be an ugly. This gonna be a bounce back, and it may get ugly.
Oh, it is.
Uh, let's get to the local teams real quick. Commanders, Giants, Cravante.
I want to beat the Giants so bad. Y'all don't understand what that means to me, yo. I want to beat the Giants so bad. So I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take Commanders to win. We gotta beat the Giants, yo. At this
Y'all
point,
will.
I want to sweep them.
Y'all
who's
will.
the quarterback? Tyrod Taylor again?
Tyrod Taylor might be the quarterback.
I'm picking
Probably.
I'm picking the Commanders.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's
Yo, I
picking
don't know
Tyrod.
what that. I don't know what in the world that was to end halftime, but that second quarter, man, that should have been a damn not so game ball. And in the quarter like that, I was like, yo, come on, man, just
The
take the
Giants.
points.
Giants 1-5. If they lose this week, they go to 1-6. Are they looking for a quarterback if they're in the top of the draft?
They should well, they
They
just
need
paid one.
should have been
They
looking for
should
the
have.
quarterback, but they stuck.
They should have paid Saquon and made him the whatchamacallit.
But listen. I don't think
Oh
they're as stuck. I don't think they're as stuck as the Broncos are.
no, they're not.
I think it was like a 1 or 2 year deal, so they probably can
Yeah.
get out of there.
After
But
you're right,
also,
Byron. But after 2 years, they can get out of there. You're right, Byron.
and Kyle and the Cardinals with Kyler Murray.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask you real quick. They proposed this question. They said, should the Ravens trade for Saquon? How would you feel about that?
That's not going to change our problems. Our problems are hardball, man.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry, man. They can
I
do
agree.
whatever. They can get Saquon. They can get Derrick Henry. They can get Brian Burns from the Panthers. They can get whoever.
Chase Young. Chase
Chase,
Young.
they can get Chase. Well, no, Chase Young is he not going
Well,
nowhere.
defensive, that
He
would
ain't
we
going.
need a pass rush
He get,
still.
he ain't
So
get
yeah, I would
Chase
love
Young is
that.
going to play the rest of the season with the Commanders, but they can get whatever they want, man. Unless Harbaugh and Todd Monken can spread it out and they can figure out a way to get this offense to gel and be efficient and get some of these other receivers involved, and they gonna continue to do what they do, man. They're gonna just try to get by, win a couple of these games, lose games they ain't supposed to be losing, and they're gonna keep doing what they do. So it don't matter who they get. If the offense is going offense, it doesn't matter.
Speaking of which, I will be optimistic though. I will say
It'll
this:
be
they
I'm
played
optimistic,
kind of
but
bad
from
because I think they
six
can get
weeks, I'm
better. I
just
think they can get better offensively.
they have
It's
to get
nowhere to
better.
go for them offensively but up. There's nowhere to go but up.
They,
That's all I'm
they
gonna say.
got
There's nowhere to go
look,
but up.
they look. I understand what Bateman has been going through this offseason, but you have to get him involved. There's no way that he should only get 2 targets a game. That's ridiculous. I understand why
That's what I said.
Odell
I
only getting 2 targets, but come on, man.
think this week is a get right week. I think speaking of which, Ravens, Lions, and I think this week is a get right week. I think this is a week offense plays well. I think, like I said, the ceiling is they have a high ceiling. Now, can they reach that ceiling? That's a good question. We'll answer at the end of the season. I'm still going to go with Harbaugh at least through this year. I'm not going to give up on him yet, but I do want to see Todd Monken really put his imprint on this offense like we saw at Georgia, where you knew no matter what they did, if they was going to run the ball, throw the ball, they was going to be able to score points. That's what I want to see with this Ravens offense. That's why I'm just going to be optimistic. They're getting guys back. This week is a real defense they're facing, and their defense is facing a real offense. So we'll see how good this team is this week. Now, if they go out there and wet the bed, oh, you best believe I'm going to wild out on the post game showing on Monday. But give me the Ravens this week.
This is the opportunity. This is a big opportunity for the Lions. Well, I guess their next big opportunity because they did beat the Chiefs. This is a big opportunity for them to stake their claim as, hey, we here. And it's going to be on the road. It's going to be at the bank. It's going to be at a hostile. Um, but I like the Lions. I like the Lions as the underdogs here.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not picking the Ravens this week. I'm with you, Cavante. I like the Lions, man. I think the Lions is gonna come into M&T Bank. I think the Ravens are gonna play with them, meaning they're gonna play up to their competition. They're not gonna play down to them. But I think they're gonna come up short. I think Harbaugh's gonna do something stupid, and I just think that they're gonna find a way to probably kick a field goal and beat us.
Dre, you got your boy, Mr. Bite Kneecaps at Ball So Hard University. Two of your teams going at it, man.
Look, I'll give a little history. What was that? 2 years ago, the Ravens went up to Detroit, and if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson miracle throw at the end in order to get us in field goal range with Justin Tucker kicking a 60-yard field goal, the Ravens do not win that football game. That was 2 years ago when the Detroit Lions were just on the up, when they were on the up and up. This team is now solid. You've seen them, even though it was a low-scoring game against the Kansas City Chiefs. It was still in prime time. Jared Goff looks like a quarterback. Um, Again, when we seen him with McVay, this Lions team, like I said, 2 years ago, almost beat the Ravens then. I think that they beat the Ravens now. And I'm picking the Detroit Lions because I just don't like what I'm seeing out of the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I'm not saying that the Ravens can't beat Detroit, but this just seems like a game where it just seems set up more perfect for Detroit. I think they're gonna, and I hate to say this about a Baltimore Ravens team, I think they're gonna out physical them. I think that they just, I think that I just see it to coming down to that. Um, and if we think that T.J. Watt, gives some issues, but I think Aiden Hutchinson, I think he gives the Ravens some. I think he contains Lamar Jackson, and I just don't see
Unless the wide receivers show up.
and I you know what I mean. I'm gonna say the wide receivers here, but I'm not seeing enough out of Mark Andrews right now.
I see more out of him than I see out of the Odell and Bateman combined.
I want to see more Mark Andrews. To me, the offense should be predicated around Andrews and Zay Flowers. You have your inside guy, you have your outside guy who you can depend on. And right now, I'm just not seeing enough of it. But they, like I said, they could prove me wrong. Like you said, Byron, they could. This is one of those games where they might be able to spread it out and be able to do how they did in the Titans game, dish it out to different receivers, make sure that everybody's involved. But you just have to consistently do it. Until I see that, I'm gonna roll with the Detroit Lions.
Let us know how you feel. Give us your picks as we will continue to roll along this NFL season. Cavante, my brother, you ready to get goofy, my guy? With goofy.
Yeah. So could you well, before we start, Byron, you gave me one and it was a green one. You gave me a green one. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna use it because I don't get many green ones.
Yeah, let me
And
bring in our friend Goofy and you can do your thing.
all right, come
Oh, gosh, something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy.
It's always good to hear from our good brother Goofy. He shows up each and every week, and we appreciate him for that. Just as I appreciate the Flex Zone. Thank you, good people. Welcome to Goofy's of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time to let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. Um, it it was a bunch of goofiness going on, but I actually have one that's sports related and one that is not sports related. It's of a certain couple that was once relationship goals. Byron, wink, wink. So I'll let you know which one's the low level, which one's the higher level. But speaking of the levels, I have two levels of goofiness here. I have a low level of goofy, which is I guess it's pack of green this week. Low level goofy. It's funny. We laugh at it in the hopes that it does not grow into a bigger goofy or a bigger concern. Um, but if it does, and for some situations when it does, it's a high level goofy. I'm still gonna call this Cardinal Center Red. Um, it's out of line. We have to talk about it. We have to congregate. We have to figure out what's going on and figure out why this this particular goofy situation, event, person, people um have gone too far, and how we can possibly bring them back. So, um, so I'm gonna start low with the low level goofy. Byron, I don't know if you have the pictures online on handy. But there and again, Byron gave me this, but I was not familiar with this. Um, this brother right here, and Raj and Dre. I hope you guys are still around to look. But I'm good. This is a good brother right here, man. This is this is this was well, I guess once upon a time he was a good brother because he looked like something else. It looked like Halloween, guys.
Goddamn
Look at
Disney got to
Hey,
him. Goddamn Disney got to him. Should have stayed on Fox, as I said.
this, and I hoped it wouldn't be him, but him coming to ESPN, this is what you get. You're on Gangster Mickey's side, as our good friend D um would say, and they got my man out here, Uncle Shay Shay, aka Shannon Sharp, out here looking crazy. Um, he looks like a Halloween character. Maybe in Hocus Pocus, maybe the Nightmare Before Christmas, um, maybe the Grinch.
If,
I don't know.
if you put
Um,
a wig on him, he will look like Medea.
hey, yo. Wow, on that note.
I don't want to do this no more, Roger. Byron, I don't want to do this because Roger just jacked that all the way up because I can't unsee it now. No, Roger, don't go away now. Would you come back? Don't leave now because I can't unsee it. I don't want to go through the rest of this because I can't unsee it now.
Medea Sharp.
So he looked at Medea Sharp, Medea Perry, Shannon Perry, Tyler Sharp, Tyler Sharp, right here. Okay, um, brother, I saw on Twitter that folks was going, folks was having a time, with oh boy, he looks like oh boy, yep, made it bigger, yep. Um, he said on Twitter, I can't can I make this bigger for me? All right, well it says, there you go. Shannon Sharp said in a tweet, and I quote, "Appreciate the concern over my makeup this morning on First Take. This was her first time doing my makeup, and it was a little heavy." How he looks in that picture, a little heavy. My appearance is important, not as important as my takes. Hopefully, the takes were great as usual. And does it say lip sparring champ?
Yes.
And best dressed ESPN.
Peep the comment.
They got, but didn't I say Hocus Pocus?
There you go.
They got my man out here looking like a witch. Um, it looked like he let his grandchildren dress him up and do makeup on him for Halloween, and he's a new character. And the new character is, as Raj said, goddamn Medea. Because I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. But this is, I guess, this is one of the things that happens when you move over to Disney, and they take uh Roger, I think you probably appreciate this. They take a little something from them when they get there. Um, we're not going to speak on any specifics, but they usually try to jack up your appearance in one way or another. And this is this is Shannon Sharp um, looking like Randy Jackson. So there goes the appearance. Um, Shannon Sharp, not your greatest moment, but you still Uncle Shay Shay, but we just gonna have jokes for you at the cookout. That's what I got to that's what I got to say. All right. Um so yeah, you come to the cookout. We got jokes for you. You can bring all the Hennessy and the Black of Miles and all that, but we got jokes for you, bro. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. No, 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 no. Don't take your eyes off. Look at him. As he's looking at you, look at him.
No, I refuse. Stop.
Nah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And woo, let's just say, and we'll move on. Let's just say, let's go a little light on the makeup. Let's go a little light on the makeup next time, and not have him look like a character from our favorite cartoon or sitcom. Moving on. Now, good brothers, y'all know from time to time I have goofies that are not sports related. All right. And this is one of those weeks. I am legit tired and disgusted with Jada Pinkett Smith. I can't do it no more. I can't. I can't. Like, every opportunity she gets to take a crap on Will Smith, she is taking it. She is taking it and smiling while doing it. It's absolutely terrible. Why is she divulging so much information? You know what I think? I know what I
What do you
think.
think?
I think she's promoting. I think she's promoting that damned book,
I knew it.
and
You were gonna say that book.
she's promoting that damned book, and
Everybody, show that book, Byron. Show that book.
she don't care how it makes her or Will or their family look, because she's trying to get money. She don't care. She's promoting. She's straight up promoting right now. We don't give a damn that y'all ain't been together since 2016 and been out here fronting. But my heavens, don't want to get divorced, but want to play the divorce game. That y'all damn near divorce, except on paper. Y'all playing the game. Why is it? Why is it that you can do everything divorce, but except on paper? Oh my heavens! Look at that head. Look
Is
at
this the
that head.
book? Is this really the cover?
Oh my gosh! Look at that
Is this a
head.
real thing, Roger? Is this really
Yes, that's
real?
the actual
Is this
real
real?
cover
Is
of her book.
people really gonna buy this bullshit? And now I said bullshit. Really?
Look at
Wait,
that
wait a
head.
minute.
Just when I thought I
Wait.
seen it all.
So first, Will had a book, and now Jada's got a book.
She
She's
don't like
worthy.
him. She
She's
don't
worthy.
like him, bro. She don't like him, yo. She don't like. She's every time she's trying to push him further down into the dirt every chance she get.
Can I play this? Let me see.
Oh my gosh.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
Hey, Target
Don't play it. Don't
guests.
play it.
I'm
Don't
Jada
play it.
Pinkett Smith.
Oh yeah, she. Oh, book synopsis. Karate, you want me to read the synopsis? You want me to read that?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can do that.
Okay, all
I
right.
can't.
I'll read the synopsis. Um, Worthy by Jada Pinkett Smith. A gripping, painfully honest, and ultimately inspirational memoir from global superstar and creator of the Red Table Talk series, Jada Pinkett Smith. In a media driven landscape that creates narratives for our celebrities, Smith recounts her story in an intimate conversation with readers. That's you people out there. Along the way, she explores her path to accepting her power as a woman and her discovery that a strong sense of self is in every woman's right and saving grace. An impactful and rare memoir that engages and educates. Worthy is a courageous love song to self, to family, to life, and to the world. From an unconventional upbringing in Baltimore, that's where we are, to an unconventional marriage to one of the most famous men in the world. Adhering to the status quo has never been a familiar role for Jada Pinkett Smith. In Worthy, she strips herself of all her labels and stories crafted by others and reclaims her narrative with radical self-love. Worthy teaches us who Jada is and how to embrace our most authentic, lovable souls. That's it.
Why?
Jada,
This
yo,
is this.
yo, Jada's bad for the culture. Like,
As somebody from Baltimore, man,
yo, she's bad. She's legit bad for the culture, yo. Like, I couldn't imagine because Red Table Talk was, somewhat popular at a time, and there were women, young women, older women, and even probably young girls looking at this and possibly looking up to this woman. And now for her to have that show and not have it, and now to turn around and just bash on top of bash and dig a hole and bash her husband some more. That's not how you supposed to treat a man you once loved. Oh gosh, Chrome Dome.
Lord.
Oh, that head. Oh, she was ahead of her time with writing this book for sure. For sure, she was ahead of her time. My gosh, her ears are sticking out more. My gosh, her ears are big on the book too. Sheesh, those are real. Those are life. That's a life. That's a life-size head. That's a life-size head on that book, yo. Like that's her actual head.
Just doesn't stop.
Actual size.
Just doesn't stop.
Oh yeah. So that could be a little backstory because I'm sure she told Will, and then Will went off about the whole slap, which all in all makes Will look even more crazy for this, and it seems like this could have been Jada's doing the entire time. This is terrible. This real bad. This is real bad. But for those of y'all, I ain't getting the book. I'll wait for the Twitter folk, and all them to oh
There you
gosh,
go, Cavante. Capitalizing.
ready to tell my side of the story. We don't give a damn. We've seen enough of your story in real life. We don't want to see this no more. I'm over this. And Will, where you at, baby? Get about this relationship, brother. What are you doing? I'm upset with Will. I am truly upset with Will. Like, she's irritating, but I'm really upset with Will. Like, Will, get up out of there, bro. This woman does not value you. This woman does not love you. I don't even think this woman likes you at this point. And it's absurd. It's too much. I'm tired of seeing it. Like, it's very cringeworthy when Jada talks about Will. Look, my man, that's him. I can't unsee this picture, yo. I can't unsee this picture, yo. I feel like that's how Will look all the time. I feel like that's how he looks all the time. I can't do it no more. I'm done. I'm completely over it. Oh my heavens, what the hell is that? She was in the car with Tupac. God damn it.
Hey yo, wow! I'm not
Hold
doing
on.
this
Keep
with
that.
y'all.
Keep that there. Hold on.
I'm not doing this with y'all, man.
Oh my gosh, Lord.
She was in the car. Yo was in the car. Yo. I'm if them is Will kids, yo. I don't know if they Will kids no more, yo. I don't know.
Damn.
Because she coming up with so much wild shit. She gonna be like, yo, I don't even know him for real. All this was a lie. All this was a sham.
She talk about her dead past relationship more than her husband. Talking about that was her true love. That's a damn shame, man.
Got me entirely messed up. But Will, what are you doing, brother? This is a call to action. William,
How about you?
get up out of there. You have the power to leave. At this point, it don't even matter what it's gonna cost you, because you got to be. You're looking real miserable and real weak in the streets. Get up out of there. I don't care what it's gonna cost you. The kid's grown.
That part.
That's done. But get up out of there, yo. It's not worth it. I promise you, it's not worth it. But I'll leave it there. Yo, Raj said Medea, and I can't unsee it, yo. Like, I want to end it, but that image is not going to leave me. All right, those are my goofies of the week. Shannon Shay Shop with the mask, with the Halloween mask that they put on him apparently, and of course Jada Pinkett Smith. And there's a list of other women that is on par with what she's doing, but she is taking cake right now, and she has to be. He's almost like the front runner for. Oh my God.
There you go. There you go.
Why?
There you go.
I done left so many times, man.
Yo, she is a front runner. Jada Pinkett is a front runner for Goofy of the Year. But goddamn, Byron, this pitch right here, I got it, yo. You got it, yo. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between Goofy and great, and all them individuals are on the wrong end of it. You got to do better, and goddamn it, Byron, you got to do better.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy. Well, now that's goofy.
A few times just to be sure. Thank you, Quavi, for those goofies of the week. Surprise our my fellow Bates brother DJ Envy didn't make it this week.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm sure it might be more coming out on that. So
Wow.
Or you see DJ Envy trying to backtrack, moonwalk his way.
Singing like a canary, man. I always thought it was something shady with him doing.
Like he playing the victim too.
Speaking of women that are goofy, his wife talking about him on national radio time and time again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Wow.
Yeah. That's matter of fact. That's another thing. Leave that alone.
How he can't score a touchdown in the red zone.
Nice.
There you go.
That's good.
Episode 412 in the books. Drizzy Dre. What can the people expect next week? And working on some more special guests as well, right?
Yes, we are. Next week, it started the NBA season. You know, we still got WNBA that should be wrapping up by that time. So, very basketball heavy.
Yes. Executive producer and co-creator Drizzy Dre. Senior producer.
Oh, snap. It did it.
Oh, wow. Senior producer. Other co-creator. Voice of Reason, Captain of the Goofy Ship, Cravante. Bay. Social media producer. Big Raj, the meat man himself. Raj, what do we have on the channel coming this week, my brother? Live streams and more Ravens content.
There it is.
There you go. I hope you like it. Episode 412 in the books, everybody. God's favorite host here in the Flex Zone podcast. Throw your ones up, acknowledge the Hit of the Sports podcast table. Twitter, Instagram, the Flex Zone 1, and Gmail, the Flex Zone 1 at gmail.com. Of course, that TikTok as well, the Flex Zone podcast. As always, if you want to donate to the cause, to what we do here, you can hit us on the Cash App at the Flex Zone 1. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on your way out. Another week of content. Wednesday, Ravens preview and Ravens post game as well. Only place fellas give me sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Needed.
Next Monday, of course, like Dre said, NBA preview, recapping the WNBA finals and week 7 in the NFL. We'll check out those Ravens and those Commanders, how they did, and so much more. It'll be exciting. We'll have all 3 major sports, all 4, if you count hockey, going on at the same time. So it's that time of year.
Yep.
For Cravante, for Dre, for Raj, and everybody in the chat, appreciate you for tuning in, watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Those who will see this later, tomorrow, during the week, appreciate you as well. Comment on, vote on the poll on your way out. This is the Flex Zone Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. It's time to put the kids to bed. Peace, everybody. Have a great night.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, yo, Raj said Medea. I cannot see it.
I sure did.
God dog it.
I think Jada deserves this before we get out of here, by the way, people.